Girl, shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Welcome back, guys. I'm Gia Marie.
I'm Vanity.
And you're watching Girl Shut the Fuck Up. So today I'm going to start off with, of course, our trans fact. I found this one to be a little interesting. I read it earlier in the car and I was kind of like, they're much better than us. So this one says, there are very few trans people in UK prisons. Okay, so despite facing disproportionate levels of discrimination and financial hardships, trans people in the UK are less likely to be in prison than the general population. The Ministry of Justice reports low numbers of trans prisoners, with trans people what does that word say?
What is it, babes? Constituting?
Oopsie. No, with trans people constituting an estimate of 16% of UK prison population.
Wow, do you think it's because their laws are better than ours?
Or do you think it's because they're just a better country than we are? No.
Well, I guess they tie hand in hand. Or maybe they're not better. Maybe they're actually more disgusting because they would rather have trans people on the streets than in prison.
What the fuck?
Did I just like jump right off the dock? I can't help it.
Oh my god! I'm gonna Google what the percentage is in America, and then I'm gonna get that. And we'll come back to that.
Okay.
Yeah,
So before we go, remind her.
Right. I'm gonna get the percentage of trans people in prisons in the U.S.
Got it.
Okay.
Okay, well, cute. I want to talk a little bit. I feel like the past two times we're touching lightly, and this time I want to get a little bit more. I want to get to know your naughty side a little bit. So,
My naughty side?
Yeah. So I have this theory. I have this theory that, I'm going to get direct. I know it. I have this theory that I feel like a lot of people, particularly men, cis hetero men, are into a lot of things that they would rather not admit, but they are into them.
Okay, like.
So, for example, I'm a big girl. I feel like men out there like fat bitches, but they don't like to admit they like fat bitches, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
And I know you probably didn't know this, but I'm trans, so I feel like there's men out there who absolutely love the trans girls, but won't admit it.
Of course.
I even have friends who they're like, all emo type bitches, like, they like bleed and shit like for fun. And like they're into that shit, but they just won't admit it. If you don't look typical, they're into it, they just won't admit it. Do you agree?
I do agree.
Okay.
I do agree. And that term that you said, guys who are into trans women but won't admit it, I mean, you could call them DL, but typically we know them as like chasers, like T-chasers.
Yeah.
Because they'll chase you around, but they don't want anything more from you than just sex.
Just sex, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
And so,
but the gag is that they don't really make that. I'm gonna move my bra. They don't make that like clear. Even though, I mean, me personally, I already know what the fuck it is. Anytime a man hits me up.
Yeah.
But like I hate, because what if there's not like a girl who's good at like having emotional control like that? Like I hate how unclear they are with their intentions. Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like they would be like, I just want to get to know you, and then like a few messages later, yeah, you have really good lips. They would look really good around my dick.
Oh my god.
Babe, swing and a miss. That's the easiest way to turn me off and just block you.
Literally same. I feel the same exact way. I hate when guys play this game. Okay, so really quick, there's this one guy in my life who loves like messaging me. It almost feels like love bombing kinda. But I've told him in the beginning, like there's nothing there. I don't want anything from you. But he continues to like message me. I don't know if I told you, he was the guy who was like messaging me in Spanish off the like a translating app.
The worst.
Just confessing his love to me. And the thing is, I wouldn't mind it if there was actions behind it. Okay. Ooh, bar. Did y'all get that one? Okay.
We didn't, but
fuck off. I wouldn't mind it if there were actions behind it, in the sense of like, if you're telling me that you want to get to know me, take me out on dates, or let me take you here, let me take you there, then I want to expect that you're going to tell me, okay, be ready at 7:30 on Friday night, I'm going to pick you up.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? that to me is like, oh, okay, shit, he's gonna put some. But if all you're doing is just telling me how much you want to get to know me and take me out and do this, dog, I don't give a fuck about any of that.
I know. No.
Okay. Well, one, I don't even give a fuck about the guy. I don't even want it from him, if I'm being honest. But like, just for like future references of other guys, like, don't do that. If you wanna do it, then just make the action, put the effort in to put the actions to work, and I promise you, she'll go out with you.
Yeah, I don't really like fetishizing people. I don't know.
And I think that's what it is. He loves bringing up the fact that I'm his first trans girl. He loves bringing up the fact that, oh, you turned me out.
Yeah, I
that
hate
you're my
that
first
shit.
one. He loves fetishizing.
Fetishizing. Yeah, fetishizing. Yeah.
Fetishizing. Am I fetishing? I'm pretty. He loves to make my transness a fetish for him.
Yeah.
He loves that. Yeah. It's fucking it's
I think
weird.
It's the worst. I don't like fucking around with fetishizers. I also don't really. I don't know what the proper word is.
No, you said it. You said
okay,
it. Fetishizer.
I went to school like in the barrio, so yeah, no, I don't like people like that. But have you ever been fetishized?
Yeah, for sure.
Like,
okay,
but like let's throw trans like out of the door because
okay, I was
clearly we know.
Okay, hold on. I literally was. We're on the same page with this. Okay. So one time I was hooking up with this guy. It was a random grinder hookup, right? Mm-hmm. So I'm hooking up with this guy, and I'm on all fours. He's obviously behind me. Next thing you know, I feel him grab my stomach.
No.
As he's fucking me, he grabs my stomach and starts playing with my fat.
Bitch.
When I tell you, I got so uncomfortable because I was just so unexpected that he did not tell me that's what he was into, and I did not know that. So when he started doing it, of course I was just like, oh my god, what is he doing? And then I just moved his hands calmly away from my body, and I was just like, let's
Ew!
not happen again.
I feel like a silent fetish is worse than an audible, acknowledgeable fetish. That is sick. Like,
it took me by surprise.
You're like, can you pass me a roll? He's like, you got plenty. I cannot believe somebody would do that. Bill had you folded up like a turkey. That is
I'm so sick of you.
Honestly, I don't think me personally I've ever been fetishized. And
I've been fetishized as a trans woman, as a fat person. I've been fetishized as a Latina. Like,
yeah. Oh, you're right.
They
I keep
love
forgetting
that.
how deep it can actually
and
go.
you know what? You know what? It's crazy. Well, for me, I haven't had like a white man tell me, but I don't really hook up with white men like that. But I mean, if I'm being honest, black men or men who don't speak Spanish, and if they are Spanish, they will. I've had men purposely try to speak Spanish to me because they want me to like get Latina with them, and I'm like,
dude, I'm not gonna do that.
This is the corniest shit.
So I hate that. I especially hate again, like you guys say, I'm not really. White men aren't really like my preference unless they're kind of like a snow bunny. But like like a hood white guy.
Oh,
I could probably get past that. I'm not even gonna lie.
Very 8
I
Mile.
can't help it. Yeah, I can't help who the fuck I am. Okay.
Yeah.
I wasn't raised with morals. So
Wow.
No, I completely forget how much that could be a fetish. Yes, I hate that. And I hate for them to be like, hola, mami.
Mamacita!
Or they'll be like, por favor. Shut up, Gregory.
Dude.
Do not tell me that. It's not even just, I'm going to leave it at that.
No, yeah.
It's ridiculous. I hate that. You just opened my mind. I totally forgot that.
Yeah, that's
there's
a
so
real
many
thing.
ways of being like fetishized.
Some guys will only talk to you because you're Latina. Because like I've had men who are like, I only date Latinas. I don't date out of, I'm...
But
and it's kind of like,
but is that a fetish or is that a preference?
I don't think, it's obviously a preference, but you find that to be strange?
I was playing devil's advocate.
Okay,
that's not a preference. That's really like problematic to me.
Yeah, I was having a conversation with someone, and that's why I stopped saying that like I only like dating black men, because that's not even the case. I just like dark-skinned men. Like, that's my thing.
Yeah.
That's my preference, and that's why I stopped telling people, like, I only like black men, because that's not even true. I just like dark-colored skin.
Yeah, I agree.
Even if they're, like, Mexican, I love them when they're, like, pretitos.
Yeah. Fetishes are the worst, and if you are going to fetishize me, bitch, do not reach over and grab my nose like that.
No, yeah, it took me by surprise. I couldn't believe it. I literally couldn't believe that he was massaging my fat as he was, like... fucking me.
I would not even be able to. And then imagine if he was the type that couldn't even continue to like fuck you if he couldn't rub you like that.
If he couldn't do that.
Oh, girl, y'all are the worst. Y'all are insufferable.
It's actually really sad. I'm not gonna lie.
Ugh.
Fetishes are.
I want to throw up. Let's just go. We're moving on.
Okay, well, now that we're off that topic, let's get into sexual fantasies. So we're gonna go from fetish to fantasy.
I love this one.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. So my thing is with sexual fantasies, I put down, I was like, sexual fantasies, they can't be shared. Because, there is a certain level to a fantasy where you just, maybe it can be shared, but you're just not comfortable sharing it.
Kind of like your fetish.
What do you mean?
Some people are not comfortable sharing the fetish, I feel.
Oh yeah, that's true. Mm-hmm. They just want to act it out.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
Well, I'm going to be comfortable to share my fantasy today. And I hope you are too. I hope that you guys will be comfortable as well. Just DM us. I'd love to read these things.
Yeah, no, absolutely. That would be sick.
Yeah.
If we could hear some of your fantasies.
So the thing is, my fantasy, it involves...
oh God, I'm scared.
Double penetration. No, it literally does. I'm not joking. So I've had this fantasy for the longest time. Obviously, I've seen it in porn.
Yeah.
I've asked some friends about it. They've told me about their experiences.
Yeah.
I've just never, actually had, it's come close, very close once, where we did try it, but it didn't happen. I was, too scared. And I was like, never mind.
Really?
Yeah. But
So my question is, when you say double penetration, what do you mean, two penises inside of your back hole, or do you mean getting fucked and in your mouth?
No, 2 penis inside of my hole.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Baby, let me tell you something. These hemorrhoids wouldn't let me. Not even if I want, not even on a good day.
Not the hemorrhoids, I'm screaming!
Yeah, if I had a green juice, I still couldn't.
I don't know. I've never had it. Like I said, I got close to it. We didn't do it though. That's one of my, probably my top, sexual fantasies is to be double penetrated.
What do you think, why do you think fantasies is such a thing? And why do you think, so everybody has to have some kind of fantasy?
Right.
Some might be harder to find, I feel, but why do you think fantasies are such a thing for people? Do you think we're just disgusting as people?
No, I think that it's just the open mind and some people are just more, they just want to explore more. So I think that's where this fantasies come in because they start to, or they watch too much porn or something and they start to see these things happen and that's what they want.
Yeah.
Some fantasies are so simple that they just want to, fuck a black guy. That's as simple as a fantasy as some people can be. I have another one too, but I'm kind of scared to say it because I don't want to be canceled.
No,
but it revolves. It starts with an R and it ends in.
Nope. Veto. I know exactly where you're going with this, and I disapprove.
Why?
Yeah, that's disgusting, and that's actually really probably haunting and terrifying for a lot of people.
It's so wild is I was talking to this guy for a minute, right? And I remember one time I asked him if he had a ski mask at home and he was like, yeah, I do. Why? And I was like, I'm going to leave the door unlocked and I just want you to
I'm going to go ahead and edit a director's cut right here.
Why?
Yeah, that is disgusting. We're not talking about that.
I'm just saying it's a fantasy. I thought this was an open, safe space.
This is an open, safe, with a little judgment space. Please always remember that. I don't know how else to put it. So director's cut for sure.
Well, if I'm being honest, he didn't go through with it. He didn't come with the ski mask, but I did leave the door unlocked and I pretended to be asleep.
I guess that's...
And he was woke me up by,
I don't know. I feel like
little finger in the butt.
Fantasies to me are just, I don't know if that's a fantasy.
Ski mask? Is that what you're saying? You would not get fucked by
No. I think the ski mask is typical. I think the scenario that my counterpart is wanting to partake in.
So if you okay, so my thing was I wanted the guy to come in with the ski mask on, wake me up, and basically fuck me then. Just do his thing.
Do you know where she's going with this? Listen, I feel like fantasies are there for people. If that's the way of exploring, I love that. And if these things turn you on, I love that. I just think that sometimes we deem things as fantasies and they're really just fucking sick and vile. And it's not a fantasy. It's actually quite. What's the word? Like, I think of like serial killers when I think of certain things. Like, there's some people who are into like crazy things. For me, example, I don't really have like fantasies. I know I just said everyone has one, but I really don't feel like there's anything that I'm kind of like, or maybe out of the ordinary, I should say. Like, I feel like a threesome would be hot, but that's not a fantasy. Like, that's really just like typical.
I mean, it can be a fantasy for you if you've never had one.
Well,
It can be a fantasy.
I guess it's all in the eye of the beholder.
And threesomes are fun. I've had a threesome with 2 boys, and I've had a threesome with me and another trans girl and a boy.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I feel like
They're
that's
okay.
that's what I would be like, yeah, let's try that. That would be hot and fun. But like, honestly, all this other stuff, I don't really want all that.
So then, do you have an actual fantasy? Like,
no.
you don't have a sexual fantasy, like a scenario or something?
No. Honestly, I don't really have one. I think if I did, I don't know, like maybe that would be hot to find in a partner, like somebody who would liberate me and like sexually, you know what I mean?
Yeah, open your eyes
Open
to
my
some
eyes
things.
to like different things, like sexually. Sexually with consent, and sexually that as long as it's like.
What about public play? Are you into that?
I don't really have a choice, babe. If you can't host, where else are you doing things?
No, I mean, just like, okay, let's say you're out at a bar. Are you into public play then?
Oh, you know what? I guess I could call that a fantasy. That would be hot. I'm into it. I've never done it.
You've never had...
I don't think I've ever done public play. Like, I've never like been like in a bar. If it was in a car in the parking lot, I mean, what am I? So that's technically public play.
It is. It is.
Yeah.
It's in the
So
public.
I mean, and no, it wasn't Walmart, Vanessa. So I don't know, girl.
That's wild. I mean...
That's my thing. That's my genuine question, honestly, when it comes to fantasies and when it comes to fetishes. It's just like, what deems them, what absolutely makes it what that is? Because like I said, I
The
think...
person, I feel.
Yeah, probably so.
Because you could be telling me right now, you're obviously telling me that like my fantasy or one of them is like deemed devil or whatever the fuck you just said.
that's
Like
not
you
what I
said it
said.
was vile and disgusting.
I didn't say it was vile. I
But
said
in my
some
mind, I'm
people-
like it's a very clear fantasy. Obviously, that's not something that you would want to happen like naturally out of nowhere. But if I can set it up and I know what's coming and I'm just excited because I can't wait for him to like.
Yeah.
I can't wait to look up at him looking at me with his ski mask on. That's exciting.
No. I'm not. I don't think like yours is like that disgusting and vile. Like I know that's like a real thing.
You made me feel some type of way.
Girl, these babies, I cannot help your insecurities. I swear.
You could.
No,
You could make me feel better.
I'm just. I can't wait till we get to the astro facts so we can really talk about this bitch. No, I just think really have you not, you mean to tell me you have not heard somebody say something where you're like, hey, that's kind of questionable. I guess you'd be the wrong person to
Not off
ask.
the top of my head. What do you think?
No, I mean, I was saying, like, there have been times when you and I both have looked at each other in different aspects of, like, what we were doing. Like, okay, hold up now, bitch.
Like, wait a minute,
I
hold
mean,
on.
maybe.
Now, hold
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie.
What?
I didn't know that you were talking about great play.
Uh-huh.
I low-key thought you were talking about, can I just say it?
Yeah.
Race play. Bitch, I was about
Not
to
race
slap it.
play.
You see, to me, and if somebody were into that, let's just be honest. I mean, we're girls who don't shut the fuck up, right?
Right, of course.
Race play, to me personally, that is not a fantasy. You're fucking sick for that shit.
Okay, that is weird. Like,
That's not a fantasy.
That is.
I remember
I think it's odd.
I saw on Twitter this porn star was talking about race play, and the girl genuinely didn't know what he was talking about. He's like, "Oh, it's to see who could finish the fastest." I'm just like, first of all, you got this dumbass bitch asking this question, and then two, you're dumb enough to go along with it.
Wait, now I'm confused. So, do they literally? Are we talking?
He was making her believe that it was a race.
Like a race of being
Oh.
but it's literally about like your.
Yeah, he's fucking
Right.
a white girl or
Right.
whatever the fuck.
Yeah, honestly, I
That
feel like we're
I would-
touching uncharted water. Actually, we're touching troubled waters. There's not even a bridge in sight. I
Yeah.
don't really want to swim in this, to be honest.
I don't know maybe I don't know if I was given that I'd be like
It's definitely odd, but I guess who are we to judge you? I
Yeah,
mean, we're fucking trannies at the end of the day.
like I said, I'm into what I'm into, and obviously this bitch is not. She's just like a fucking prude loser.
And I might be, but
So get with me if you want a DP. No, I'm just
get with
kidding.
me if you want. No, really, but that's normal. Like that's like,
That is, I mean, I haven't had it fully, but I
somebody out there,
No, I'm
give
just
it to
joking.
my sister, please.
Someone, this
Give
is
it
getting
to her.
ridiculous.
Someone come and fuck me.
No, it's-
I love that video.
I love that video too. Okay, alright. So
We
now that
finally
we're
made
done
it.
with the fetishes and fantasies.
We made it to my favorite part. We're gonna head into our astro.
You
section.
you said earlier, like, we're gonna get to know you a little bit.
Yeah, I know. So I feel like, yeah. Do they know? Do we know your sign on the show yet?
I haven't said it yet.
Okay, so let us know your sign.
So I am an Aries. I was born March 27th, which is the second half of March, which is the beginning of Aries.
Yes.
So I'm one of the actually, and you know what? I just found out that Aries is the firstborn in the zodiac sign as well.
Yeah, it starts off the astrological new year.
So it makes sense that because also in my drag family, I'm the firstborn as well. In my actual family, I'm the last.
Yeah.
But in my drag family, I'm the firstborn drag daughter that my drag mother has.
I love that. Wow.
Yeah.
I love how they just like make sense.
It is.
Yeah, I feel like I want to take this section to kind of like get to know you. And if we have any resident Aries, let us know for sure. And let me know if any of this resonates with you because on this, so I want to talk a little bit about Aries, about what we love, what we hate, and then I want to know if you have any questions.
Of course.
So first, actually, like we just mentioned, Aries, she's a fire sign. You know this.
I am a fire sign.
Okay.
I thought I was an earth sign for a long time
Really?
until I corrected myself.
Yeah, a lot of people like to get Aries and Scorpio like mixed too. Everybody thinks Scorpio is a fire and Aries is water, which doesn't really sound right, but hey.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, I didn't think that Aries was a fire sign, but whatever.
Really?
Mm-mm.
I guess it's because wait till I give you like the tea about the Aries. Okay, so she's an Aries. We love that. It is a fire sign.
Mhm.
It's governed by Mars. Mars is the planet of action.
Okay.
So it's kind of like how we do things. So
Okay.
remember, Mercury was how we think, how we receive, how we talk, how we text. Mars is how we put Mercury into action.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
The actions behind it.
Yes, and so actually, in like they gave the reason why they give the let me just get this out of the way. The reason why they give Aries the ram the sign
Yeah.
is because one, they are like the first they start off the astrological new year. So technically while like the world January is like the first month and they're like Happy New Year, for a long time they used to go by like April being the new year when the Aries season would start.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
the ram kind of like kicks it off because the ram is rambunctious, the ram is headstrong, the ram is full of energy. It's the first one to. Have you ever heard of the Mountain of Life? So in astrology it's called the Mountain of Life, and basically it tells how each sign like kind of like does things and it like coincides with that person's life. So before I get into that, Aries is actually a cardinal sign, and cardinal is in astrology means it kicks off the season. So Aries starts spring.
Okay. Yes, it does.
The next cardinal sign would be Cancer, starting summer, Libra, fall, Capricorn, winter. Yes.
Wow.
So they're cardinal signs. And cardinal signs, and you tell me if this resonates with you. And this cardinal signs across the board, but more specifically for Aries. So their cardinal signs across the board are the type to start off. They're the type to start things and never finish them.
Very true.
Yeah, right. So when we think about it in Aries, we think of it in fire. So you guys are probably quick to react versus think.
I could see that.
Yeah, you guys are probably also really quick to motivate people, but like not like be the last person to like give yourself the motivation.
Oh my God, you're reading me down.
Yeah, no, I know, and it's so crazy because like. And also in astrology, Aries is like our cheerleader. They're usually like, because they are the first sign, they're full of life. So most of the times, it's probably why you kind of like feel like you can't pin them down, especially if you love them as a partner.
Mm-hmm.
Like they are hard to pin down because they're quick wit people.
Yeah.
They're think of like Leo on steroids. Like you know how everybody thinks like Leo's full of themselves and like Leo are just so like self-centered. It's really like Aries, but I think Aries is a little bit more humble in the way because as fast as they are to react and just kind of like make movement, the steady like race that comes behind that is so real for them.
Yeah.
So I will say they tend to be emotional people.
I am.
But not so much emotional. Like don't just think like crybabies. Like they tend to wear their heart on their sleeve. Like
I do.
when they're frustrated, it's obvious. They take it out on people.
Oh.
Well, I mean, hey, no, and I mean in the
No,
sense,
I feel you.
Take it out on people. They also are. I mean, they just wear their heart on sleeve. If they're sad, they're gonna make their sadness like known.
Mm-hmm.
And like I said, they're the first to be like, you could be sad and then let me be sad, and you be like, well, no, girl, it's gonna be fine because you got this going, you got this going, you got this going, and then go home and be like, trigger warning,
No.
trigger warning.
Yeah.
We love Aries. I really do love Aries. I love Aries men, Aries women, Aries non-binary people. I love them all. I really do enjoy that. Some of my favorite Aries are Mariah Carey.
I love Miss Mimi.
Selena. We love her.
I'm a huge Selena fan. I have this gorgeous tattoo of her. Also, Lady Gaga is an Aries.
Oh, is she?
Yeah, her birthday's the 28th of March.
Oh
and
my
me,
God.
me and Mariah share the same birthday, which is the 27th, and then Lady Gaga's the next day.
I love that so
I love
much.
that for me too.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see what you're saying. I do resonate with a lot of things you're saying, especially like starting things, don't finishing them. That's literally my life story.
Well, same. I'm
Starting
a Cardinal
things,
sign, too.
don't finishing them. Like motivating people. That's, I don't know. Sometimes I say it like I always tell myself. I give people that energy because I want that energy in return. Like I want to be able to, give people that positive motivation, those affirmations of themselves, and then in return, maybe not from that person, but like just in return of the universe, they give me those people in return. Yeah. Whoever they may be in my life, come through and like, you know what I'm saying? Kind of give me those validations and those motivations. You know what I'm saying? So I think that's why I'm really big on just motivating the girls. In any sense. Some people take it a little bit, like, I could get why I'm a little, like you said, headstrong. Or I also feel that, like, the way I come off to some people is very aggressive or very, like, just boom in your face.
It's like, it's just energy. It's like a lot of, like, energy at once.
But I always mean it in a good way. Like, it's always good intentions. If you can take it, you can take it. If not, then we're just not meant to be friends or whatever.
And that's why I think, like, mentioning quick wit it's such a key term for them, because, like, their intentions are pure. It's hard to tell because of how they have their emotions on their sleeve. Like, you couldn't tell. You could be happy about something, and like we would. I feel like how can I word this? It's like you can tell, like, when they're happy because they speak to their happiness, but like it's not like here. Like, it's not like, I don't know. You guys aren't like animated people. Very straight shot. And I will say too, my favorite thing, I love Aries down. I think they're such good people, especially if like you are a creative individual. I think they're good to have around you because they just bring, it's like they bring that life into you, like that energy. They're like the coffee for you.
I love
like,
that.
They need, like, it's like, yeah, bitch, you could do this. Like, why can't you do this? Everybody else does it. Why can't you? Love that about them.
I love doing that. Because I'm also a person, like, I am a creative as well. I love creating, putting things together, even if it has nothing to do with me, but in my mind I'm like, oh, bitch, if you did this and you did this and y'all did this together, like, oh, that'd be sick. Like, I'm very,
and you're very that, especially these past couple of weeks. You're very that.
I love piecing things together because in my mind I'm like, the vision is so sick and I want to see it come to life. So I just love, being that. I used to think back in the day when I was younger, when America's Next Top Model was on. I don't know if you remember Jay Manuel. So remember how Jay Manuel was the creative director on shoot, and his only job was to just tell them, oh, you look good, okay, give me more of this, give me more of that. That was literally what I wanted to do when I was growing up. I was like, I want to be a creative director so bad. Like,
I love that. I can so see that for you.
I love doing those kind of things.
I think the only downfall, and keep in mind, all of this, like, Aries energy, again, everybody has it in them. This is why your chart's important. And for you in particular, like, if we were to look at your chart, it just depends where your sun is. Because, like I said, it divides into houses as well. Yeah. And that's a real thing. It's its own characteristic. But, like, I think the only downfall I could see really is just your temperament. Like, and not you in particular, but I think Aries across the board.
Yeah, our temper is pretty bad.
You guys are reactive. Think of like literally boiling water. Like, you can see how fast it is and it moves quickly.
Oh, mama, trust and believe. And I have worked on that for like ever.
Sorry, go ahead. How fast are you to like get over it though? This just as quick, aren't you? Or would you feel like you take time?
It depends. In some situations, it won't take me anything. Others, obviously, I need time. But I am always, and I've known this about myself, I've always given people second chances. I'm very much the forgiving type at some point. So, but quick heated, for sure, bitch. Yeah. Especially, like, if you've cut me off and I'm not finished saying what I needed to say, I'm going to follow you. Yeah. We're going to continue the conversation because I'm not done yet,
and you know? Yeah, I just think, like, to be honest, it's the crazy part because I couldn't, but literally the best people to be around would be Libras and
Mm.
Cancers. Y'all would benefit from each other's energy so much.
Really?
Yeah, you got nourishing, you got like the diplomacy, and then you got the like action behind it.
I'm gonna need to. I need to make more Libra friends. I need to make more Cancer friends. Because these Capricorns and Virgos are driving me up the fucking wall.
It's because we just don't let that type of energy just one shift us, and two, like, baby, chill out, you're doing a lot. Like,
I feel you.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
very humbling.
Okay, so now we have gotten to a point where we're about to do our TS. Is it giving TS or CD? This is a game we love to play. We're going to put the photo up for you all so you guys can also put in your comments. Let us know if this photo is giving you TS or CD. And for those of you who don't know what that means, TS stands for transsexual, CD stands for crossdresser. Okay? Is this photo giving you TS or CD?
Let's stop. Wait. Normally I would laugh at these because they're so funny, but this one's kind of
It's kind of giving, isn't it?
This is definitely CD for me, though.
CD.
Definitely CD, and I think the biggest takeaway is the beard. This picture's so cunt. Who's this?
So that's Cinema. That was for one of her performances.
Wow. You know what, too? It's the hand.
The big beastie hand.
The big beastie hand.
Yeah.
And it's really veiny.
I told her when I saw this look, I was like, bitch, you ate this look up because she really did look good. Like in person, the photo looks great, but in person, she looked really good as well.
Really?
Her makeup was beautiful, the hair was beautiful, the costume was beautiful. Like it all like came together. But for sure, CD.
It's for sure CD, but
if
CD
you
in the best way.
CD in the best way. If they didn't, I feel like if she would shave her beard, she would definitely give some TS.
You think she would give TS?
Yeah, I think she could give TS.
I love when a queen knows like how to body themselves, and when they also just know how like to paint.
That's the best thing, especially like one example for me is Rain. She's not TS, but she's
walking the line.
What?
Babes, who's this? I literally can't take it.
Who is it?
So I've got a question for you.
Okay.
Is this individual giving TS or is it giving CD? I can't even turn the phone. It's like, so what I don't get is like she looks a little lost. Who's that? Babes, who's that? You are a friend.
Oh my god, I'm screaming! Oh my god, yes.
I immediately know that that's TS.
I'm screaming. I'm actually screaming. Look at the photo.
She looked like she's saying like "R." What is going on? And I bet you thought she was giving daytime fish.
Screaming! Okay, well obviously she's in the car and there is daytime and she okay, so for me, I'm gonna say TS.
Me too. I'm getting TS.
It's giving TS. Mm-hmm. I know her. I know this girl personally, and I don't know when this photo was taken that she was TS, but I know that now she has started transitioning.
Oh my god! Well,
so she has started transitioning. So congratulations to you, Miss Thing. I'm not gonna say her name because I don't know if she. I just don't. know if she's
yeah.
But anyways, point being is that you'll see the photo, and you let us know. But we're both on agreement. It's giving
That's
TS.
That's definitely giving TS. And congrats
but why?
on your journey. Well, I don't know why it's funny. And babes, you look great. That's not the reason why I'm laughing. It's just funny.
No, she pobrecita. She's such a sweet person. Terrible style.
Oh,
terrible style. She does not know how to dress.
Okay.
It's giving a little bit of Nakita. She dresses very Naka.
Mm-hmm. Aparte veneja. That's what it's giving, yeah.
Dude, literally.
Yeah.
That was for
that one absolutely killed me.
Yeah, that was a good one.
And I don't know why, because the other ones could have been funny, but that one just took me out. Bless that baby soul.
No, congratulations to her. She just started transitioning, so I'm happy for her. But she did look really rough for a really long time.
Yeah. Well, sometimes you gotta go through it to.
Yeah, I mean, not everyone is as lucky as me, you know.
Okay, I guess that's the end of our show.
Okay, guys, thank you so much for watching. Girl, shut the fuck up. Girl, Shut the fuck
Oh
up.
my god, I'm spacing out. I'm high. No, I had the best time.
You
talking
love
with you
it?
today. I think today's topic really enlightened
For
me,
sure.
for
Opened
sure.
our eyes a little bit. Made
And
us.
I hope you Aries out there kind of resonated with everything. I
Yeah.
hope you know that we do love you in this house.
You know what? And I'll speak for the Aries. I definitely.
No.
No, I'm gonna speak for them.
Okay.
No, I am.
Okay.
I think that we all can take away that we are a little headstrong. We're quick-wit. We have a little bit of a temper.
But nevertheless, a good time.
All in good fun, like all for good intentions. I swear. So there's that. But also, don't fetishize fat people.
Jesus!
Stop doing that.
It's just weird, babe.
And don't be ashamed of your fantasies unless they're like some sort of pedo fantasies, then you have a fucking problem.
Yeah, that's not a
Or a
fantasy.
necrophiliac, that's an issue too. We didn't touch on that.
No, and I'm glad. I'm glad.
Thank you guys so
for
much.
watching.
We'll see you guys next week. Mwah. Are my feet black?
Just put them away.
Yeah.
Put the dogs up.
Oh, something just barked at me.
Girl, shut the fuck up.